Valerie?
Hi, everyone. My name's Valerie Mines. I've been a member for 20 years of the Junior League of Toronto. And this year and the coming year, I'll be on the nominating committee. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing to you one of my fellow TD colleagues, Nkechi Nwafor-Robinson. Now, just a little bit about Nkechi before we get going. She's an award-winning technology executive with over 20 years of experience and currently an AVP of Technology Solution. She's currently the AVP Technology Solution Train Engineer. Did you ever think there'd be such a title at a bank, a train engineer? And she supports data as a service across our enterprise. But that's not all. She's founder and CEO of Empowered in My Skin, Inc., hosting her own podcast. She's an inspirational speaker with speeches viewed over 7 million times worldwide. She's an author, professional bodybuilder, and most recently was awarded the 2020 WXN Most Powerful Women in Canada Top 100 Award. Please welcome to our circle of empowered women, Nkechi Nwafor-Robinson.
I always do that. Oh my gosh, hey. Great day, everyone. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I say it all the time, amazing humans. So I acknowledge, I celebrate you, I honor you. I usually say this at the end, but I've had the pleasure of actually spending the last 15 minutes in feeling energy. And so, yeah, I say this, I don't need to know you to love you, and I think, in an evening where we speak about celebration, you can't talk about celebration without love. And so, first of all, thank you to Valerie for reaching out and Maggie for, helping to curate this experience and get us here tonight. I've seen my peeps on the call. So, shout out to Nadine Spencer, who's, so we're, just so much amazing company on this call. And so I will share with you quite vulnerably that this were notes that I had written, and they've since been destroyed. And so I really feel like I'm just gonna speak from my heart. When Valerie reached out to me, she asked me to talk about positivity and resilience and just the year that we've been through, and how do we continue to press forward with a level of grace and energy and amongst everything that's happening around us, and still come out and be able to celebrate ourselves today. So the first thing I would say is just celebrate. If there's a chat, like open up the chat, just, put emotions in there, whatever it is that you feel right now, like however you're feeling, just put a word in the chat and let that be the celebration of who you are in this moment. Because I truly believe if we can't celebrate ourselves, it makes it increasingly hard to celebrate other people. So yes, excited, I love it. Let me see these words come up. Yes, grateful for all these women. Yes, gratitude, an attitude of gratitude, proud, joyful, happy. Hello, everyone. Yes, inspired. And, love, I love that, proud. And these are all of the ways that we need to continue to celebrate ourselves. And, the reason I ripped that up is because, I'm going to share from a place of truth. And so, COVID, this whole pandemic, this quarantine experience, we often have heard it said, oh, we're all in this together. And I'm like, yeah, but some of us are going through this in a raft, and some of us are going through this in like a yacht, So yeah, while we're all experiencing, the same circumstance, it's about being able to find the grace and the space and the empathy to realize that not everyone is going through it in the same way. And I know for me, I went in guns blazing. Oh my God, I got this. Because at the beginning, all you knew is like, I get to stay home in my jammies and work in my slippers. And, but then, and I called it the beginning of the tunnel, where there was still a light, because you can still see sort of that life with friends and going to Tim's in the morning or Starbucks, whatever is your preference of coffee, or, relaxing at home with your friends and family and all the hugs and being able to see the grandchildren and, all of that. We could still see it, you know, and then it prolonged. And then suddenly you're deeper into the tunnel and that light is dimming and you can't see out on the other end. And you're swarmed with news and then of course you have the naysayers and you have the people that are trying to speak the truth, and who do you believe? But then life continues to progress and you get deeper into the tunnel, and now there is no light on either side, and we're in this abyss altogether, and choices have to be made. Am I going to allow this to swallow me up, or am I going to allow this to continue to build me up? And for me personally, I made the decision that I was going to come out of quarantine or this COVID experience better and not bitter. And so what that had me doing is flying high. I amplified my podcast. I was, working, probably 12 hours a day, giving to my company even more and reducing my paycheck some, and just trying to do as much as I could to like build up that that functional speed, so that when we got out of this, we come out blazing. And that continued for an entire year, and I remember like, wow, we're going into 2021 like this, still no end of the tunnel. And in February, the talks around the vaccine showed up, but then again you had the naysayers and you had the people pro-vaccine, and it's like, who do we listen to? And so all the news again. So for me, just said, I have a Lord and Savior who guides me. And I just said, he will tell me what my truth is. And I would allow whatever needs to come my way to unfold organically. And I believe that fully. And I kept going and I kept pressing and I kept pushing. And then slowly I just started to not feel good. But I'm like, oh no, you know what? I'm strong, I'm going to continue to press through. And so I kept pressing, working extra hours, pushing out my podcast, trying to do this, that, and the other, and just was not feeling right until I got to a point where I didn't feel right and couldn't get off the couch. And so this would take us to March 22nd, in fact, and woke up in severe pain. And my mom-in-law said, to my husband, take her to the hospital. So I take my healthy body to the hospital and found out that I had an infection. That was treatable, but I was dehydrated by that time. I needed antibiotics. And so I got all of that. And I actually started to feel a little better even as I was coming out of the hospital. And so I'm like, okay, I got this. You know what I mean? Better, not bitter, and all of this is here to teach me something. And as I'm starting to get better, I started to feel off again. And I was like, what's happening? But I ignored it because I'm this healthy person and, this can't be happening to me, and just didn't feel right to the point where I couldn't even work out. And I work out all the time and high fever hit me. It was Easter Sunday, and my husband took me back to Emerge, and they did a series of tests. They did some x-rays on my chest and they swabbed me. And wouldn't you have it, I had COVID. But I had COVID pneumonia. And so it was in my chest and it was impacting my lungs. So I was referred to an acute respiratory clinic. But I'm like, I'm going to beat this because I was feeling fine. And I get home, we get into the whole quarantine, isolation, and I get worse and I get worse. Ambulance came to my house 3 times until they took me away to the hospital, and I landed and I was admitted. I was on ventilation and I had to go through treatment. And I remember that first night, a lot of fear, and it makes me emotional actually, but not just for me, but for, I was overwhelmed with what I was experiencing in the hospital and the strain on our health system. And here I am in here, and obviously I, feared for myself as well, but I didn't want to, you can't show that, when you're a strong woman, you can't show that. And so I remember that night going to bed and waking up the next morning, and something just said to me, don't give up, continue your positivity, continue with your resilience, push through, use the strategies and techniques that you use to get you through any situation. This one's no different. And so I started my daily routines. I read my Bible scripture, I did my Bible app, put on my worship music, and I got excited about how I was going to get out of this. And I share that because, I landed in a situation that I didn't see coming, didn't think about it at all. And I knew I had to make a choice. You know, I could fall victim to this experience, or I can see how I can rise above it and allow this experience to become part of my legacy. And, I recall the next morning talking to my husband and letting him know that, I changed my mindset. And luckily for me, he's of the same mind. And he encouraged me to push forward. And so I get to that point in this story because what I was going to share today that's in these notes is around the eagle mindset. But I want to share that story first because I don't want to just come here and talk and it sounds great and I can't demonstrate how I've used it. And so I love eagles. And why? Oh, eagles are such a majestic bird. And I believe in the mindset of an eagle. Eagles fly at high altitudes, 40,000 feet in the air. They fly at a plane higher than their ability to flap, so they soar. And I remember thinking I was in a storm, lying in that hospital room. And that's just one storm in my life that I've been through. And I'm sure everyone on this call can also call out storms that they've been in. And I want to encourage you to think of yourself as an eagle. Eagles don't waste time in low level drama. So that could have been me saying, whoa, me in this hospital bed. They don't indulge, in sort of limiting conversations. No, they realize that storms are intended to serve them in a way that carries them higher. And I say this all the time. I would not choose that situation, but I wouldn't change it either because I wouldn't be here tonight. Everything that happens in our lives, the circumstances, even this pandemic, this season of quarantine is for a purpose. And it's about finding the perspective that is different, that perspective that allows me to continue to carry myself higher. And so like eagles fly above storms. Think about that. They fly above storms. But how do you get above a storm? You have to fly through it. And so flying through your storm means that no matter what that storm looks like, feels like, tastes like, sounds like, whatever it is, that you're going to get through it. And as you get through it, you're going to find more truth about yourself. You're going to find, your resilience and how relentless. You're going to find your courage. You're going to experience your confidence in an intimate way. And so we don't run from storms as eagles, ladies. We fly through them. Why? Because we know that our storms are there to carry us higher. And that's that's what I experienced being in that hospital, that this is a storm that's going to carry me higher. And again, come out, remember, better, not bitter. Number 2, eagles have a can-do success attitude. So I asked myself, in this situation, I can have a negative attitude or a positive attitude. And I chose positive. I was like, I can do this. I remember on day 2, the doctor came into my room and still, I had my oxygen on and I said, can I do push-ups today? He's like, no. And so we need to get you off oxygen first, but it's that attitude. And I remember the day that I realized that this experience was in my path, because I rang the bell and the nurse comes in. I'm like, I'm not trying to act like a diva, but I'm just wondering, can I have some more water? Because they don't give me enough water to the amount that I like to drink. And she's like, oh my God, you are so not a diva. We were talking about the nurses stations. We love coming into your room because you give us the strength to go back out there and deal with all the other miserable patients. And I realized, wow, if this was my only reason to be here, to help to elevate the moods and the spirits of these nurses, then this was all worth it. And suddenly I allowed, every time they came in, they were sticking needles inside of me, they were checking things. I made that experience rich and positive and allow them to leave there feeling elevated and flying higher. The other one I love about eagles, they build their nests in solitudes, right? And, that was a moment where, and I think quarantine for a lot of us, we've been in isolation. It's these moments of isolation where we have the ability to build what success in our future and our hope and our dreams and our aspirations look like, and reflect on who we are and celebrate everything that has gone us to where we are on today. I said this to a girlfriend today that's going through something, and it's about something that's in her past. And it was just about, honey, I love you. But you have to realize, for us to be on this call today, for you to have the children that you have, for you to have the work that you have, the experience that you have, the family that's near and dear to your heart, everything that you went through, you had to go through. One change, different outcome. So if there's nothing that you have and own on today that you're willing to just let go, then you have to embrace the experiences that you've been through and realize that while you wouldn't choose them, you wouldn't change them. And that allows you to change your story, to build a more positive and higher level of perspective. So build their nest in solitude, reflecting on life, realizing the joys are plentiful, the gratitude is many. I always say this: you don't need to be like, you could be in a situation and you're not grateful for it, but you can find the gratitude in it. Gratitude as simple as, at least I have life. At least I have voice to give speech to this situation. At least I'm able to wake and see another day. There's always something that you can reach for to find the gratitude in, even when you're in your darkest moments. Seek the gratitude. Allow the pain to continue to push you through to purpose, and seek the gratitude. The fourth one is, I was like, Ink, trust your wings. Trust your ability to be here, be patient. Yes, your muscles are atrophying. I lost like 11 pounds and I was worried about my muscle mass. And trust that everything is going to work out. And sometimes we don't know because we can only see what's present. But that's what I love about eagles. They are these big birds, and they land on these twiggy branches. And somehow they knew the way that they swooned down to get on that branch, it was going to hold them. And a human eagle's exactly the same. They're not worried about the economy or losing their jobs. They have faith that what is for them will not pass them. They're consistent. They have unique qualities and skills. And those are things that are available to us to continue to employ. And I tell you in truth, that's what I trusted my own wings. I trusted my ability to get out of this situation and return to my soar. And last but not least, eagles have a strong vision and focus. I have a vision board over there that, I say, thank you, quarantine, because it's always been in this room, but I only have been able to see it every single day because I come into this room to work. And it says the best way to become a billionaire is to help a billion people. And it makes me emotional because when I put it on my board in 2018, I was still coming out through something. And, you sometimes question yourself and wonder, do I matter? Am I enough? Does what I say matter? Will my dreams and hopes and aspirations come to fruition? And ever since then, I've had a podcast, I've had a viral speech, my leadership is elevated. I speak, I'm a higher for hire speaker. None of that existed before that dream. And I always say, dream big, dream big, dream so big that whenever your problem arises, you know that when you put that dream beside the problem looks this small to that massive dream. And you realize that that problem, that circumstance, that situation, this quarantine, this pandemic, this life is not derailing us from our dream. It's either saying just hold, saying maybe pivot. It's saying but don't lose hope. Stay patient. Keep dreaming. Keep soaring. And I share all of that again as you're getting ready to celebrate think of yourselves as eagles flying on a plane higher than your ability to flap so that all you can do is soar. Every problem, circumstance, situation, this one that we're in is here to serve you in a way far more magnificent than you probably can imagine. So be patient. Be patient, be present. And I celebrate you. I celebrate you, and I don't even need to know you. I celebrate you. And I do that because my dream to help a billion people is to speak to them in ways that I wish I used to speak to myself when I was a kid, bullied, when my parents got divorced. I wish I had the know-how to look in the mirror and say, you matter. And so because I can say that to myself today, I can look at you, all of you, these Hollywood squares that are here, and say, you matter. You are magnificent. You are amazing. I don't even know who's getting awards today, but everyone here is an award. Your life, your mere life as a platform is a gift to the world. And it's not about age. I see there's a plethora of ages here. You're never too old. But I always say this, never lose sight of what matters. Never lose sight of what matters. And if you haven't been waking up feeling wonderful, I'm asking you to start that tomorrow. No more waiting. Every single day, renew your mind, renew your heart, and tell yourself that you matter. And do it. Do it scared. Do it fearful. Do it, lacking courage. Do it even if you've hurt yourself in some shape or form, but do it. Because I know that I never want to be one day somewhere on a bedpan wishing that I had to listen to myself coming out of this session today and change the way I start to think about my life and my situations and start to celebrate myself and everything. And so I celebrate you. I honor you. I love you unconditionally. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nkechi. I just want to thank you for bringing your energy, your grace, your truth to us tonight. Your words were resonating. And I know myself, I'll walk with your message over the many more weeks of COVID management and beyond. Thank you for your analogy about the eagle. I love it. I mean, especially tonight, Hollywood squares of eagles here, I hope, and we're gonna particularly honor quite a few of our soaring eagles as part of this award. So thank you so much. So proud to be a fellow colleague of yours, and thank you for being here.
I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have an amazing evening, and I love you. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Nkechi, thank you so much.
No problem.
So glad you could join. I love the awards now. Over to you, Maggie Tiang, for the awards portion tonight.
Thanks. Are we introducing the new members or is that later?
We introduced the new members when they were voted in the March meeting.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I have the old script open. Okay, I will move on to share my screen so we can do the awards portion of the evening. So welcome everyone, and I am really excited. It's my great pleasure. I'm Maggie Tiang, VP Membership Engagement of Learning, and it is my great pleasure to begin our 2020-2021 awards celebration. We're grateful for each of the JLT members' service and commitment, especially during this difficult year when we have all had to adjust and adapt so many times. It's an honor to celebrate exceptional women within our organization. And tonight we will celebrate some of our members who have shown exemplary qualities and dedication throughout their journey. Since we're meeting virtually, I would ask that when I call your name, if you want to unmute yourself and say your name or say hello, just so we can see your lovely face on the screen. So we'll start with the 5 and 10 year service pins. Just as a moment of explanation, the service pins are for 5 and 10 years are given for years of service. So only the years a member takes a placement count towards a year of service. If a member takes a leave of absence or or sustains for a few years, those years aren't used in the calculation. And also in terms of our 5-year members, the timing of when a member becomes active has evolved over time. We moved to a new system in fall 2016 when we shortened the new member orientation. And so the members became active sooner, which is why this year we'll see members getting 5-year pins who joined in fall 2015 and also who joined in fall 2016. So thank you to our 5-year members, and I'll just call you out. Marsha Brown.
Hi, everyone. I'm so thrilled to still support and be a part of the JLT. It's been an awesome time.
And Jennifer Convey. I don't think Jennifer's here. Erica Finlayson. Erica, are you here? Jan McClelland. And Alexa Sturm. Is Alexa here? And then we'll move on to our 10-year recipients. Kathy Jakes. I know you're here, Kathy.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you very much. I've been in the league for 20 years, but I'm one of those people who sustained for 9 of those. So yes, thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Jessica Neiman. Yay.
Yay, thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to being president-elect next year.
Anastasia Phillips. I'm not sure if Anastasia is here. And Cheryl Ward. So we'll move to our 25-year recipients, and we have 2. The first is Lynn Cook. I know I saw Lynn earlier.
I'm here. Yes, here I am. Looking forward to another exciting year. I've enjoyed the Junior League and the time has flown by. And I wish everybody the best of luck. And as we move out of the pandemic and things start to right themselves. Thank you.
You're welcome. And our other 25 years service member is our own Selby Costwick.
Hey guys, it's just been an honor and so wonderful. Some of my best friends in the league, and I'm looking forward to the next 25 years.
And speaking of the next 25 years, we have Adrian Fisher here to present the 50-year recipients or 50-year service.
Hi, everyone. It's my privilege to congratulate the commitment, dedication, enthusiasm that these women have for the organization. And also I would be remiss if I didn't thank Miriam Kenner for her spectacular record keeping that allows us to keep track of all this. So I'm very grateful to Miriam. First, I'd like to honor Marsha Brooks. And I think she's here with her sister.
I am here with, I don't know.
I think Mary is next in our order. So you have Mary's name, but
yes, here she is. Hi, Adrian.
Mary and Marsha, would you like to say anything? We have sisters who have.
Yeah, we joined together and we've had fabulous experiences through the league and continue still to have many friends and activities that we do with leaguers. So it's been important for us. And we both belong to the same Junior League book club, and we play bridge together when it's allowed. And we hope that it opens up soon so we can still enjoy. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. And maybe when we go through all our heritage, we'll see if we've ever had sisters who had 50 years of service together. I think that's probably a first, but maybe Miriam can figure it out. I'd next like to recognize Marty Russell. I believe she's here.
Yes, hello, nice to see everybody.
And Marty, looks like you're still in a warmer spot?
I am indeed, and will be for a while. I will be for a while. But the league has always been very special, and I hope everybody has the same opportunities that I've had over the years.
And thank you so much, Marty, for all Marty, for all you've done for the league. And for everybody's information, we're going to have little write-ups in the next keynotes. So you will discover more if you don't already know about these ladies. And our last recipient is Sue Zorb. And I believe I saw her on one of the screens. I believe she's here. And a little bird told me that it not only is it 50 years of service, it's also 50 years of marriage. So that is a wonderful, two wonderful things to celebrate.
Thank you so much. It's, I can't believe it's 50 years, but it is. And I really appreciate my time spent in the league. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sue.
So we'll move on to the rest of our awards. And I do have the all the plaques here. So I'll try to show them to the camera. My husband was concerned that my mom had been cleaning out the basement and thought all these plaques were from my glory days in high school and was very concerned, but I told him, no, these are all the junior leagues. So the first award that we're going to do is the Star Awards. And the Star Awards recognize the work of members who went above and beyond in their endeavors this year. And the first Star Award goes to Tanya Chopra. I don't know if Tanya is here, but Tanya stepped up in her second year as an active to take on the team lead role for CAMH. It has been a challenging year for community work, but she has managed to keep up virtual interactions with our CAMH partners, as well as keeping her team engaged. In addition, she has worked on a new approach to the CAMH work that involved signing a contract with them and a more efficient approach to funding their programs. She also worked with the Dyad team lead to help deliver a card signing activity for members that included training about CAMH. She's done all of this with a smile on your face. So thank you, Tanya. Our next Star Award goes to Kathy Labette. During this year of virtual engagements, Kathy Labette has been a friendly face on many Zoom calls. She's been invaluable in checking in with sustainers and others to ensure they are aware of important meetings, such as the vote on the building, and she's always lifting others up. Thank you, Kathy. I think Kathy is here. The next Star Award goes to Michelle McLean. Michelle is a second-year active who, as part of the membership team, has given much of her time to ensure that provisional members are staying engaged and meeting other members. Above and beyond her placement, she showed great initiative setting up the first pod, the very successful Euchre pod. Michelle figured out a fun way for members to meet up virtually and get to know each other while playing euchre. Regular members of the pod include sustainers, active members of varying tenure, and provisionals. Michelle, are you here? Okay. And the next Star Award goes to Anastasia Phillips. As communications team lead, Anastasia has taken the time to engage in communication, strategic thinking, and planning to elevate the effectiveness of our communications. It has been invaluable to have a member with communication work experience on the communications team. Anastasia has helped to bring to light many areas where improvements were needed, from the internal website, external, and social media content. Most recently, she facilitated a training opportunity for the members, and in collaboration with Laura, she made a concerted effort to ensure that posts on social media platform were relevant and timely. Thank you, Anastasia, if you're here. And the last Star Award goes to Laura Tompkins. I know Laura's here, I saw her. Laura Tompkins has worked tirelessly all year on the social media content for the JLT. She has truly transformed the Junior League of Toronto social media platforms, including adding a JLT members only Instagram page. She is super responsive and proactive, even when dealing with stressful situations involving a lot of back and forth. And both the quality and the quantity of the posts this year have been amazing. Thank you, Laura. Do you want to say hi, Laura?
Hi, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Our next award is the Diane Hewitt Award, which is awarded to an active or sustainer of 5 years or more who has, as a mentor, inspired growth for one or more members during the course of the year. In keeping to the mentoring qualities demonstrated by Diane Hewitt, the recipient will be an individual of strength, selflessness, and deep integrity. And our award winner this year goes, Diane Hewitt Award this year goes to Janice Duncan. I don't think Janice is here, but I'm not sure. Janice was instrumental in developing the M&M mentoring program in 2017 and has continued to shape the program into what it is today. She has selflessly given many hours of her time to make the program a success. Her continued work evolving the program has made it very successful. Each year she considers what can be enhanced and improved. It is clearly evident that Janice embraces what mentoring is about, and those who have worked with her have seen how she is always encouraging and teaching others. She cares very much about the new members. This year, she found out one of her mentors one of the mentees had not had a relationship with the mentor, and so she took over as that mentor. And Janice has ensured that everyone is engaged and enjoying their experience with the JLT, including setting up a glue team and learning pods to keep new members engaged. Like a mother hen, Janice always has an eye on the new members, and new member engagement has been very successful. Thank you very much, Janice. The next award is the Joan Crocker Community and Civic Leadership Award, which is awarded to actively engage junior league members who embrace and demonstrate exemplary volunteer, community, and civic leadership. And this is the plaque. The Joan Crocker Community and Civic Leadership Award goes to Beata Mehta for her work at the Geneva Center for Autism, where she is passionate about speaking for children who have no voice. Beata has served on the board of the Geneva Center since 2017, as well as on 2 subcommittees. As part of the HR committee, she has assisted the center in its fundraising efforts as the Geneva Center works to become self-funded. And she's also served on the overall strategies subcommittee and been involved in creating learning modules. In addition to this, she has served as a parent liaison at Upper Canada College, and this year will be a wellness liaison, helping to implement a more formalized program to support the mental health of all the students in the upper school. Thank you, Beata. Are you here, Beata?
I am. I'm here. Thank you very much. It's lovely, lovely surprise. Thank you. I'm very honored.
And the next award is the Margaret Wheely Award, which is here. The Margaret Wheely Award is awarded to a junior league member of 5 years or more. It alternates between an active and a sustainer, and this year the award is given to an active. It goes to a member who has shown herself to be dependable, reliable, and who has, in an unassuming and cheerful manner, fostered camaraderie and friendship amongst the junior league members. This year's Margaret Wheely Award winner is Kathy Jakes. Kathy is one of those people who is always smiling and cheerful. She happily takes on roles wherever needed, whether it be JLT Chef Showcase, as a director at large on the board, or as a team lead, and can always be depended on to get things done. This year, Kathy agreed to lead the placement matching team, introducing an important shift in how the JLT does placements and how our members commit their time. This is a huge change, but Kathy makes it seem so easy and always has a smile on her face, even on Zoom. Her team says that they look forward to every meeting and have to say that this has been a great team, made even more so by their leader. Kathy exemplifies what the Margaret Wheely Award stands for. She is dependable, reliable, and always, in an unassuming and cheerful manner, fosters camaraderie and friendship amongst members. So congratulations, Kathy.
Thank you very much. I'm honored. Thank you. I had the most fantastic team this year, and they truly made me look good. So it was very easy to be cheerful all the time. It was great. And thank you. I'm speechless. This is amazing. Thanks so much.
And I'll turn it back to Adrienne to present awards to sustainers along with the Sarah Award.
And I don't have the plaque, so perhaps Maggie will be able
Yes,
to.
I will.
Although I have to say, we had an eagle at the cottage, and I don't know if people can see it, but it's one of my favorite photos. So for all you women who are soaring, there. Oh, I don't know if you can. I'm not good at that anyway. So I was looking for it. I have the privilege of recognizing the Made Up You Loyalty Award, and it's awarded to a sustaining member who has shown outstanding continued loyalty to the Junior League of Toronto over a period of 15 years or more, and that can be active and sustaining combined. All sustaining members, except the current sustaining team, are eligible. And congratulations to Barb Dodds, the recipient of the Made Up You Loyalty Award. Barb joined the Junior League in Montreal in '72, and when she transferred to Toronto, she joined the Junior League of Toronto in 1998. Barb has held a variety of placements, including the Shop, Rose Cherry House fundraiser, 2 show houses, Tea for the Teens, and appropriately, she was also board secretary from 2013 to 2015. As West End Sustainer Advisor, Barb helped put together the Heritage Project, which involved collecting Junior League history and creating scrapbooks, and also hosting Heritage Teas. Barb is an active and skilled bridge player, and she's enthusiastically supporting our new Junior League bridge players. And she's also a regular at the Thursday morning yoga classes. Outside the league, Barb is involved with the West End Provost Group with Sue Zorb, I believe, and she also volunteers for the Hearts Hospice. Barb, thank you so much for your continuing commitment and support, all done with grace and a wonderful smile on your face. I think she's there, I'm hoping.
Wow, I am here. I'm overwhelmed amongst all these wonderful people that I've been hearing about tonight. I just can't believe it. I'm just a little cog in the wheel, but I am enjoying and so happy that I've got to know everybody, or so many, in the Junior League. And the Junior League is such a great spot for all young people and even our old people like me. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Barb. The next recipient of the Margaret Rolfe Sustainer Award, unfortunately, is not able to be here, I think because she has another board meeting, which is probably appropriate given the award she's receiving tonight. The Margaret Rolfe Sustainer Award is awarded to an active sustainer who has made an extraordinary contribution to the community over a period of at least 15 years. Congratulations to Margaret Rolfe Sustainer Award recipient, Brenda Hogan. Brenda joined the Junior League of Halifax in 1997 and held many roles, including president. In 2004, she was a founding member of the Royal Ontario Museum Young Patrons Council and continues to serve there. Additionally, she has served on several boards for nonprofits, including, like Beata, the Geneva Center for Autism, Women in Capital Markets, Dalhousie University Alumni Board, Youth Philanthropy Initiative. She is a co-chair of Canadian Women in Private Equity, co-chair and founded the Canadian Women in Private Equity First Mentorship Program. She currently serves on the Board of Governors of Dalhousie University, both as a board member and a member of the Finance, Audit, Investment and Risk Committee, as well as on the advisory board of the Canadian Innovation Exchange and the Research Benchmarking and Committee of the Institutional Limited Partners Association. I did ask Brenda if she wanted to come on the Sustainers Committee, and she said she was a bit busy. So congratulations to Brenda, and we look forward to hopefully giving her this award at some point when she's able to attend. So thank you. Yes, well said, Terry, an incredible role model. The last award I have the privilege of presenting is the Sarah Award, Sustainer Active Recognition Award. Rewards JLT active members who jump into their Junior League experience feet first and take off running. The recipient must be a new active, less than 5 years, who exhibits enthusiasm, energy, and inspiration in her JLT work and in her interactions with fellow league members. I have to tell you, the Sustainer Committee had great difficulty deciding on this award. There are so many new actives who are jumping in with both feet. However, this year's Sarah Award is presented to Karen Mell. This year we formed the DEI ad hoc committee and Karen stepped in to be chair. She is a fearless, thoughtful leader who challenges us to have meaningful discussions on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Under her leadership, the committee focused on educating the committee members as well as the JLT members through training opportunities. Additionally, she is a team member of the human sex trafficking team and will be stepping into the role of HST co-lead for the 2021-22 year. As a school principal, this unpredictable year has been filled with constant changes for Karen, yet she has consistently given her time and invaluable input in making the league a more inclusive place. Thank you so much, Karen. And maybe you'd like to say a word if I think you're here.
I am here, and I am very touched and incredibly surprised and humbled to be named among so many amazing women. And thank you so much. And I just want to say that I appreciate all of the support from the Junior League members who have been such great mentors and support. So this goes to you too. Thank you.
Turn it back to Maggie.
Congratulations, Karen. So our next award is the Award of Excellence. There we go. Oh, okay, sorry. Our next award is the Special Friend of the Junior League of Toronto Award, which is awarded in recognition of a valued person's selfless contribution of time and expertise to the Junior League of Toronto, and it is awarded to a member of the community who is not a JLT member. And this year's, for the 2020 to 2021 year, we would like to present the Special Friend Award to Andre Pacheco. We didn't have a photo. We are so thankful for Andre's assistance, often fixing up things at the office when he accompanies our administrator, Carolyn, to check in. Most recently, he went to the office late one Friday afternoon after our visitor, Reki Raccoon, set off the alarm. He was with Carolyn and other member, Lisa Stevenson, until well after midnight, and it was him that spotted Reki Raccoon after a few hours spent with police officers who were initially assuming we had had a break-in. Andre, thank you so much for all the work that you do, and you are a true friend of the JLT, going way above and beyond.
Thank you. I'm totally speechless. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next award is the Award of Excellence, which is awarded to actives and sustainers who have consistently contributed to our organization. They strive for excellence and have made a significant quality contribution to volunteerism. All members except current board members are eligible, and it is presented once in a league career. This year, we are awarding 2 awards of excellence. And congratulations to Diane Guinea, one of our recipients. Ever since Diane joined the league in 2012, she has consistently contributed to any committee she's been part of. In her second year of membership, she jumped right in, becoming a West Cat chair, and then soon after, the chair of the Tea to Help Teens. As past Tea to Help Teens chair, she provided guidance and support to the new event chairs. Diane was an integral part of the JLT Chef Showcase in years 1 and 2, taking on a role of logistics with George Brown, but also doing much more. She is always so eager to put her hand up to contribute in any way she can. Over the last few years, she has worked diligently on the M&M committee and also on nominating. She is very thoughtful to ensure she maintains connections with sustainer members as well. Initially as a result of her work on the Tea to Help Teens, but also joining the book club and supporting and attending many sustainer events. Most recently, Diane was an eager worker bee, helping to clean up the office after our visitor, again, Reki Raccoon. And no matter what the task, Diane always does all of her work with so much positivity, enthusiasm, and warmth. Congratulations, Diane. I think Diane is here.
I'm here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And I didn't know that cleaning up after the raccoon could get you an award of excellence. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And our other Award of Excellence recipient is Bryna Rabishaw. When the board made the decision to pursue human sex trafficking as an area of concern, Bryna stepped up as the first team lead for the pilot and worked on the submission to the membership. Since that time, she has been invaluable in developing the HST program, including fostering relationships with community partners and educating members. For the 2020 to 2021 year, she has been serving in 2 roles as community VP and also HST lead. The work she has done on this project has had a huge impact on the league's community impact and on the members, as we have learned about this important issue affecting our city. Despite being busy in her community roles, Bryna has also made time to serve on the M&M Blue team, helping plan events for mentors and mentees to help keep newer members connected. Her work has had a tremendous impact on the whole league. Thank you, Bryna.
Thank you so much. I might just cry. I can't believe it, but sorry if I do. This really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I think that when we do things, we don't do it for recognition. I'm so happy that we were able to make an impact in the human sex trafficking program. Quite honestly, one voice doesn't do anything. It's all of our voices that are making a difference, and they're making such a significant difference. I can't wait to see what Alex and Karen do next year. It's going to be so amazing just to see where we go and what that next year brings. So thank you all so much. You all mean so much to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Bryna. And now I'm going to ask Terry to present the Pat Mackay President's Award. This is the quite heavy trophy.
Thanks, Maggie. The Pat Mackay President's Award is presented to an active member who has shown outstanding continued loyalty to the Junior League of Toronto over a period of 10 years or more. This award has been renamed in honor of JLT past president and honorary president Pat Mackay, 1924 to 2019, who was a model community volunteer. Her loyalty and passion to community work positively impacted so many lives. In 1984, Pat became a member of the Order of Canada because of her extensive volunteer service. So I am very, very delighted to present this year's award. This year's Pat Mackay President's Award recipient is Lisa Stevenson. Congratulations, Lisa. And I saw you come in earlier. Lisa's outstanding and continued loyalty to the JLT over the last 11 years is unquestionable. Lisa is always very unassuming, often working under the radar. She works tirelessly in so many capacities and on issues that are not related to the placement she may have had at the time. She's continually thinking outside the box, sharing ideas, suggestions around so many things. When Lisa joined the JLT, she was most interested in working on community programs. As she works in finance, she was initially not interested in finance placements. It didn't take long for Lisa to understand that using her financial skills and knowledge within the JLT would allow her to make a significant impact. She recognized the need for the JLT as a charitable organization to be able to benefit from her expertise. Over the years, Lisa has held numerous finance roles as VP Finance, Board Treasurer, and Fund Development Team member. It was during her first tenure on Fund Development that she identified the need for an annual report. Lisa has also held roles on the training team and as training team lead, as well as on community programs. While Lisa was not an official member of the Chef Showcase team, she was definitely an honorary one, procuring many silent auction items, assisting with finance, and volunteering for the event, working on silent auction payout. Even when Lisa had to take a JLT leave of absence and had no placement, she was still involved working behind the scenes, supporting initiatives. Most people would be unaware that she even took a leave of absence because of how much she was still doing. During COVID, Lisa has been a huge asset as she's been making regular trips to the office to get the mail, scanning documents to Carolina Finance. And of course, it was Lisa that went to visit the office late one Friday night after the alarm was set off by Wrecky Raccoon. Lisa is extremely loyal to the JLT, and her contribution and dedication to the JLT are consistent year after year. Thank you, Lisa, for all you do.
Thank you. It's such a surprise. I'm very honored.
Congratulations, Lisa. And thank you to all of you who joined us this evening. Congratulations to all of our award recipients. For those that were not able to attend, we'll contact them in the next 24 hours. So we ask that you keep it a secret so we can surprise them. And we've also been recording this portion so they can watch it later, hopefully. And so now I'm going to stop sharing and pass back to Terry for the rest of the evening.
Terry?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. A little spy told me that Brenda Hogan has arrived at the meeting, so I'm just wondering if we could.
Oh, well then, let's pop back the presentation here.
Yeah, I can.
Hello, ladies. Good evening. Nice to be here.
Hi, Brenda. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Very special evening.
You just missed the awards presentation, Brenda, but it never too late. So I'm going to turn it over to Maggie.
I think it was.
I can.
Sorry, Adrian.
Brenda, I have the privilege of awarding you the Margaret Rolfe Sustainer Award, which is awarded to an active sustainer who has made an extraordinary contribution to the community over a period of the last 15 years. I don't think I'll reread your accomplishments, but you are such an example to every single member. The comments in the chat, which I think you'll probably get to see, just taking what you have, taking everything and putting it into the community. You're an inspiration to us all. And if you'd like to say anything, we'd love to hear from you.
Oh, that's so kind. I'm so honored. That expression knocked me over with a feather sort of comes to mind. Very, very touched. And I remember sitting through other award ceremonies in the past and listening to the recipients of this award. And I feel so special to be amongst their number, and so privileged to be a member of the Junior League. And I often say to people that any and all board work I've been able to accomplish since I've been a member of the Junior League is only because of the Junior League. And if not for that, there's no way I would have had the board opportunities that I've been so privileged to have. So thank you all for your support over the years and for this very, very special award, which I will hold dear. Thanks again, everyone.
Thanks so much, Brenda.
And thank you for joining, Brenda. So Selby, if you want to take, or Maggie, take that down. I'm thinking, and I don't know how this is going to work, ladies, but I think we should all unmute ourselves for a big round of applause. I really feel that there's like, everybody's just in a celebratory mood, so. Hey. Okay, I had to get that out of me, so thanks. All righty, so we've got a couple of agenda items left. So I've got a few.
Far right. It says Toronto leads 3-1. Montreal leads 3-1.
So, I think, Mary, would you mind muting?
Sorry.
There we go. Are you sharing a screen, Selby? Oh, you can take that down. No need to. Oh, yeah, these are my outgoing remarks here. And then we're going to have the passing the gavel. And then Jess is going to say her opening remarks. So if you want to throw that down, that's what I'm looking forward to. But first of all, I really wish I could speak like Nkechi and just sort of talk. But unfortunately, I can't. I've got some notes here. I'm going to start by saying thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm so honored to be in a room full of soaring eagles. I'm going to steal some of her words tonight because she was terribly inspirational. And I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to all of the award winners. always find this night so inspirational. We do so much work during the year, and there's always such a great opportunity to take a few moments and recognize everybody's efforts. And it makes me realize just what wonderful company we keep, how empowering we are, how much hard work and joy and selflessness is in this group of people. So what a wonderful night. In a time with so much uncertainty, fear, and change over the past year, all of you engaged, believed, supported, and created a year filled with friendship, community impact, and lots of development opportunities. And we all soared like eagles. And thank you to each of you for just an amazing, phenomenal year. 12 months ago, I stood before you and said that there were 3 touchstones we needed to embrace this past year: gratitude, empathy, and courage. And little did I know 12 months ago just how much I personally would need those 3 touchstones and how much I would need to tap into them. And I am so proud of each of you for exhibiting these qualities every day and for what we've accomplished as a team. And thank you for supporting my leadership and believing in it. So let me start with gratitude. And my heartfelt gratitude goes out to my sisters in the arena, the board of directors. I think we had something like 24 meetings this year. You have each worked with the highest standards of integrity, always keeping the interests of the Junior League of Toronto at the forefront while focusing on providing all our members the best membership experience. You've reminded me of my touchstones when maybe I've strayed away from them or forgotten them. You've supported one another, you've supported me, and you have each embraced learning, and we have done this while laughing. I couldn't have asked for a better team. So with gratitude to each one of you. Looking forward to next year, I am absolutely delighted to be passing the presidential gavel to Jessica Murphy. Okay, this is where I'm going to get a little emotional here. Wow, Jess, you've been a rock for me. A no-nonsense confidant who makes me smile with each text and conversation. I have learned so much by watching you. Your actions embody empathy. Thank you. You are a compassionate, strong, and committed leader, and I am just so excited to follow your direction next year. I have unwavering support and confidence in our new board of directors with Jess at the helm. I look forward to watching, learning, following, and supporting as you take us forward. We have a very special organization, and I don't need to remind you all of that, with my amazing members and many opportunities that can impact our lives and the lives of others if we have the courage to embrace all the opportunities. And this is where the courage comes in. So not many of you know that during the past year, during my tenure as president of the Junior League, I was really struggling with my day job, my paying job, that I'd had it for over 3 years. And I work for an Irish financial technology company that builds and implements software for banks. And we effectively keep banks safe and protect them against financial crimes. And it was last summer, I was extremely short-staffed. I was working 12 to 14-hour days. I was doing my job. I was doing the job of a team member I didn't have, and I didn't have a boss at the time. So I was kind of doing three gigs at one point in time. And at the same time, I was leading the Junior League of Toronto. I knew I was struggling at work. And the worst part was that my confidence was absolutely shot. And to you, the Junior League of Toronto members, this wasn't fair. I wasn't the leader I wanted to be because I was exhausted. And most importantly, this wasn't fair to me. So I did something that's really hard for me to do. I stuck up my hand and I asked for help. So I got some additional assistance. I had someone temporarily assigned to my team, but it still wasn't enough. I had a very, very difficult client. My days were still really long, and it was one difficult client conversation after the next. I was in disagreement with my organization for the direction they were pushing the client in, and this was an added complication, a distraction, and I was really concerned that we weren't setting this client up for success. But at the same time, the most important thing really to me was that my confidence, which was non-existent, was continuing to erode. And my friends at work kept saying, hang on, but they could tell that Terry didn't have her mojo. And all the while, I knew I was bringing less than myself to the junior league. And in March, I made a decision. I told my management team that I didn't want to work with this difficult client anymore. They'd effectively burned me out. And when the management team came and said, well, actually, you know what, it's just been this little period that we've gone through. And I know it's been really tough with some of the decisions we've been making and stuff, but it'll get better. And I said, no, I'm done. I'm really just done. And I stood my ground and I pushed back. And so today they're no longer under my governance. And the woman that's taken them over now comes to me to vent and just with the challenges she's having. But out of this, I'm now working normal hours. During the period, the month before the vote, I was able to get some junior league work done during the day, before work, in preparation for the vote. And I wouldn't have been able to do that beforehand. And I'm just so proud of how the building vote was handled with professionalism, dignity, grace, and hard work. And we kept the leaders, we kept you as members at the center of what we were doing. And to me, that is servant leadership. And this was a terrific outcome. And sort of in an interesting aside, Carly Church, who's spoken to the Junior League of Toronto twice on human sex trafficking, she's a survivor. She came to speak at my organization because I had recommended that as part of financial crimes, we should look at human crimes and we should put a face to some of the human crimes. So Carly came in to speak to the organization and educated my colleagues on human sex trafficking. And it's a global organization. So it was really amazing for me to be able to link my day job and my passion in the Junior League together. So my mojo is back. That's the best part. And in all of the work darkness that I had, not to mention the pandemic and all of that aside, one of the lights in my life was the Junior League of Toronto. And the JLT was my leadership laboratory, and it was my safe space. And you, the members, were doing amazing work, both in the community and the league. We were moving the needle. We are moving the needle. CAMH and human sex trafficking. We started the DEI committee. Placement matching got kicked off. We started leadership development, not to mention just all the work behind the building vote. And the board was working so well together and supporting one another. And actually what I did is I started looking at Junior League processes and what we were doing at the Junior League, what was working at the Junior League, what could I learn from the Junior League, what could I bring from Junior League to the office. And it's surprising just how many things, and it just gave me the confidence back at work. I also, and similar to Nkechi, I just said, I got to add some positive practices to my life. So I know some of the members turned me on to some leadership podcasts. So I start my morning every morning listening to a leadership podcast or part of one to get my head in the right game. I actually called the gym and asked for help there and said, I need to be training. So I'm working with them a couple nights a week. And so I started moving again, and I started my morning meditation, and it's all of those good things you read about. But in a world where my confidence was rocked, I had a place that gave me friendship, energy, support, and an opportunity to learn and to try things out. So I challenge you to lean into every junior league development and leadership opportunity presented to you. You will grow in ways you don't expect and develop skills that will take you and that you can take anywhere. You can try things out and see what works. And you know what? Some stuff doesn't, and that's okay too. And now imagine, this is really, really the cool stuff. Now imagine, what would our community look like if each one of us was soaring together like eagles? What would we look like if we were all leaning in at the same time? Just think of our impact that we could make to the Greater Toronto Area. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. It's about every single one of you and the potential that's inside each of you that the Junior League allows you to nurture, strengthen, and share. It's about having the courage to become all you can be, and it's about the collective change we can make when we lean into opportunities together. So as we close the year, I ask you to take a minute to show gratitude to the opportunities that you personally seized this year. And for those that you let pass by, show yourself empathy, and that's okay too. And when the new year starts, I challenge each of you to stand courageous when you see a new opportunity come your way. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world. Thank you, ladies. I so appreciate all of you. Okay, now to the really fun stuff here. I've got like so many docs up here. I am so absolutely thrilled we have so many past presidents here. So we are now going to, Jess, you ready? We're going to be passing the gavel to you. I have a list. If I've missed you and you're here, just shout out to me because my list may not be up to date. So I have a lovely gavel. I hope presidents, you have your lovely gavel. And if you'd like to say something to Jess as you do so. Jane Barber, are you here? Okay, Sharon Moxon, Jane Clark, Kathy Singer, Nancy, I know you are here. Nancy was president from 96 to 97. Are you here, Nancy? Do you want to start?
I have my Junior League of Toronto designer showcase from 2000. And I happily, thank you, Terry, for leadership in such an extraordinarily difficult year. You have been an absolute inspiration.
Thank you very much, Nancy.
Well done. Well done. We are thrilled to have had you. We are honored to have had you. We are lucky to have had you. And I pass the gavel on to,
I think, to Deborah Ma.
Deborah.
1998-99.
Deborah, I haven't seen you in a while.
Nice to see you. And words well spoken, Nancy. And this is a beautiful gift that was actually given to me by Janice Duncan a few years ago for the M&M program. And I treasure it, and I never used it in the office here, but I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. It's a great honor to be amongst this group of eagles soaring in the sky, and hopefully we can be soaring together more often in the future.
Yes, and hopefully soaring together physically. That would be nice.
Yes.
Lorraine, did Lorraine Mellon join?
Yep, I'm here.
Yay, Lorraine.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I pulled out this. It's on my desk. I just saw it. It's my 75th anniversary honoring past presidents. paperweight because I couldn't find my gavel anywhere. Just wanted to welcome Jessica to the President's Club and wish her all the best. I know I don't know you, but you're about to embark on, I hope, a very rewarding year. I think most of the past presidents will say it can be tumultuous, but rewarding at the same time. And also, I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate Terry on joining the best club, which is the Past President's Club. So, and I think Liz Carter is here, so I'll pass it on to Liz Carter.
Yay, welcome Liz. Thanks,
Hi,
Lynette.
congratulations, Terry. Thank you, Lorraine. Congratulations, Terry, for a fantastic year.
Thanks, Liz.
The sale of the building was an extraordinary accomplishment, and congratulations to your whole team. I guess I missed the memo, but I will tell you something that I received from Joan Crocker when I became president, and it was a license plate cover, and it was Junior League, not just Pumps and Pearls. And I can't remember because then after I lost my driver's license, you probably know, because of my vision, and I passed that on, and I can't remember whether it was to Lori or Tina, but I passed on that license plate cover. But it was cherished, and even more so now that it came from Joan. And I want to wish Jessica all the best, and we're all here for you, and we wish you much success. I'm going to pass it on to Tina.
Tina, you're on mute. Sorry, I have a bit of a gavel here, not my traditional one, but I just wanted to say congratulations, Jessica. Terry, amazing outgoing speech. So proud to be in the company of all of you. Liz, Lorraine, learned so much from you, and so great to see you all. And I'll pass it on to Lori.
Great minds think alike. I've got my meat tenderizer too. Not so memorable,
yeah.
Not so cherished, but you know. Congratulations to Terry on such an amazing year, challenging year, and good luck to Jessica. And I'm not sure who I pass this on to. Who's next?
Did Ella join? She said she might. Then over to Brenda Hogan.
So thanks so much, Terry, for your wonderful leadership this past year. From my vantage point, the Junior League didn't miss a beat, and that's a true testament to leadership and your team. So congratulations on that. I'm just in my gavel here this evening. It's a little, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little hammer, but it has a floral print. So it's like really girly. And my sister gave it to me as a housewarming years ago when I moved into a place. And I thought it's sort of appropriate to use as a gavel because, I mean, in the shaft of this is actually a little screwdriver. So it really shows that we junior leaguers are available for everything. We move with the times, because I'm pretty sure 100 years ago, a lady moving into a condo wouldn't have gotten a hammer. But anyway, I digress. So Jessica, so wonderful to see you taking on the leadership of this lovely organization, this very productive, and I would argue that, you know, going forward, the role of the Junior League in our community will be even more important and impactful. And as a cherished past president used to say to me, call me if you need me. So call me anytime, Jessica. Take care and all the best.
All righty. Kelly, I think you're here as well. Kelly Koselik.
I am. And for those who know me, I don't think you can see this. Okay, I've turned a 5-pound sledgehammer into a gavel, and I've put a little heart on the J, but here's the back of it. So for those who know me, you know I would never have a meat tenderizer, but I would have a 5-pound sledgehammer. Terry, you did such an amazing job this year. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You really kept us all engaged and committed to the Junior League. And Jessica, all the best for next year. You are going to be amazing, and take the time to enjoy the position. That's it.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Let's see. Donna, I think you're up next.
Okay.
So I am at my cottage. I have no gavel, but I do have a hammer. So that's what I'm going to use for my passing the gavel. It goes without saying, as far as Terry goes, that I was honored to serve on her board this year. It was a fantastic year. And Jess, I am so pleased for you and for the Junior League that you are our incoming president. You have an amazing leadership style. I'm so excited. You know, I have your back, and congratulations. And I'm very proud to always wear my medallion. So it's a wonderful club. So all of you other ones listening to it, don't ever think that you can't or don't want to be president, because it's certainly an amazing club. So never think it's off your radar. And I'm passing it to, I think,
Nadine. Yeah,
Nadine.
Nadine, and wise words, Jonna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jonna. Hi, everyone. My gavel is my garlic press. It's an Italian one, and it's absolutely amazing. And in light of the chef showcase that will be happening, I think it fits in because it's a food thing. So, you know, I just want to say, Terry, you know, congratulations. You've been remarkable. The times that you've reached out to me, you've done an amazing job during this time. They say it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, but you made this year really the best of times for the members, the engagement within this environment. As you were giving your wrap-up speech, I thought, wow, in this whole time, I think it's the first time I haven't really seen in person one of the presidents. And here you are, you did this. You know, last year we saw you come in and you were in this Zoom environment, and here a year later, you're still in this Zoom environment, but you did a phenomenal job, and we're very proud, very, very proud. And Jessica, coming in, you know, I want you to know as well that, you know, we are here. You can reach out to me at any time. Being president of the Junior League is an amazing experience. It really is so remarkable. I also had brought my training director's pin because I remembered as training director, I've gotten so much and I've learned so much in this area of training. And so continue to pass the baton, and as you work to, you know, develop women in the area of volunteerism and civic leadership. So I look forward to what's going to happen this year, and congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much, Nadine. And Selby.
Yes, hi. Terry, you know how I feel about you. One of the best days in the Junior League, and I've had so many of them, is when I was on the nominating committee and they're like, you have to call her. And I called you and you accepted the role, and I have not stopped being proud for a millisecond. So thank you. I'm going to bawl. If you don't know it, I'm a big suck, everybody. Anyways, and I chose as my gavel some flowers, because you have helped this league this year flourish and grow in incredibly hard circumstances. And to my boss, my outgoing boss and incoming president, Jess, it was an honor serving with you on the management team this year. And I know that you're going to take us further and farther, and we're in good hands.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Selby. And I don't think what Selby knows is when I said to my husband, Selby called, and he goes, oh, what did she call for? And I said, you know, to be president of the Junior League. He said, okay, before we go further, let me save you from yourself. The answer is no. Okay, just no, let me save you from yourself. And I said, we'll talk about this. And he said to me, because you really want to do this? And I said, I do. And he said, then I'm with you on this. So, yeah. Selby, over to Stephanie. Stephanie Knox.
Great. I got the hammer memo. Mine's a pink hammer. Part of my toolbox that has all pink tools in it that was given to me by a dear friend. Terry, I just want to say I am in awe of everything you have done this year. I don't think I could have done it. And the whole board, I think you guys are absolutely incredible. Tons of inspiration. You're all leaders. You're all fantastic. And sitting from way back and, you know, not having to do much, I was like, wow. So thank you for all you did. Jess, I'm really excited to see you come in. You're going to be an awesome president, and as others have said, I'm here for you if you have any questions or need any help or just need to unload, because that happens too. Over to whomever.
Thanks. Thanks, Steph. I don't know, is Emily here? Emily Beckett-Sword?
Here.
Yay, Emily. I didn't see you come in.
I know. So I want to thank you as well, Terry. It's been a tough year, and I appreciate you acknowledging how difficult it was, and you know, talking about how to ask for help and stuff like that. It's something that we don't talk about enough. So I really do appreciate that. And I think that you and the board have dealt with this with grace. It has not been easy adapting everything with the league. From what I've seen kind of from afar, you really managed to make it work, which is incredible. And to Jess, I have my little child's hammer gavel for you. And I just want to say, I guess, welcome to the President's Club. And I'm so glad to see you in this role. I remember when you joined us, and it's nice to see you grow into this kind of leadership. So good luck. And as others have said, feel free to reach out if you need to talk or need help with anything.
Thanks, Emily. Melissa Ostrasser.
Yeah, hi everyone. So I don't have anything that's a makeshift gavel. I just went with a bottle of pink bubbly. I thought that was appropriate. So congratulations. Yeah, Terry and the board, thank you so much for all that you've done. It's been amazing. And Jessica, welcome. Congratulations. I look forward to you taking on this role. And of course, please reach out for anything. Look forward to connecting. Congrats.
Thanks, Melissa. And now to Colleen, who I had the pleasure of working with and learning from.
Thanks, Terry. I have a potato masher as my gavel, and I just wanted to acknowledge all the hard work, Terry. I know this was not an easy year. I echo everyone's comments, and you were incredible. And we all knew you would be, but we were just completely impressed, and job well done. And to Jess, you're going to be incredible as well. We're so excited. I remember I actually met Jess at my wedding because her husband's friends with my husband. And I remember the next day, my mom saying, you know, of all your friends, my favorite is that Jess Murphy. And I was like, oh, well, I've got to get to know her. And luckily from the league and, you know, dinners, we've gotten closer over the years. And I was thinking about one of the dinner parties we had. And I think in the beginning, we were like, oh, you know, we're just so overwhelmed. We're doing so much in the league. And by the end of a couple glasses of wine in, I was convincing you to be a future president. And I'm so glad to see you accept this role, and you're going to be incredible.
Thank you, Colleen. So I'll take the gavel, and I've got a hammer with a red ribbon and a bell.
Terry,
And, yep.
Terry, before you do the presentation, I'm
hello.
Ann Shaw, and I'm probably the oldest of all the presidents on the call tonight. I'm trying to remember 81, 82, somewhere around there. Some of you hadn't been born. Anyway, I do not have a gavel. I have a paddle because I'm at the cottage.
Wonderful.
And I just wanted to say that, and use it as an analogy to say, I know you've had a lot of ripples on the water this year, Terry, and a big wave with the passing of the meeting, the passage of that incredible changing of the guard for the building last week. But I also hope for Jess that she'll have calm waters. I don't think they'll always be calm, but if there are shoals, may they be manageable shoals. And I wish everybody the best.
Oh, Anne, thank you so much. That's lovely. And I'm sorry we missed you on the start. And I just a little bit of shout out to my hammer, because it was one of those that this morning said to my husband, I need a gavel for tonight. And he's kind of been the guy that's kept me propped up and caffeinated and fed through all of this, making sure that I had the energy and could bring my best forward. So always right down to the last minute, always helping and propping me up. So thanks, Brian, for my gavel. So this just gives me the utmost pleasure, Jess, to hand the gavel over to you. You know, I've said everything. I think just be yourself. That's all I want to say is just be yourself, and you are absolutely going to soar like an eagle. So my friend, I hand the gavel over to you to take it forward.
Thank you.
I do have a gavel. I borrowed one. Thank you. I'm first going to introduce the incoming board. So Selby, if you can, perfect. So I am super excited to be working with these lovely ladies. We recently had our board retreat and I was like, what a dynamic group. Like I am beyond excited. So as you all know, I'm Jessica Murphy. I'm the incoming president, president-elect Jessica Neiman, secretary Karen Hansen, treasurer Jenna Robertson, nominating director Candace Wilson, directors at large Suzanne Lyle and Lynn Cook. So can't wait for another great year ahead. And the management team. So they're the outgoing and incoming management team for the most part. So it's amazing that these wonderful group of women have decided to continue the work. Jessica, you are in great hands because they really, really are a powerhouse. They're so knowledgeable and dedicated to the league. So President-elect Jessica Neiman and Vice President of Finance, Selby Kostick, VP Membership Engagement and Learning, Maggie Tong, Project Initiatives Coordinator, Caroline Davey, and Vice President of Community and Outreach, Bryna Babishaw. And thank you to our dedicated group of sustainers who have committed yet another year to being part of the Sustainer Committee. I know that we are going to reach out to you for advice and your wisdom because you hold a lot of knowledge of the league, and I'm sure the management team will do the same. Thank you very much. So, good evening, fellow Junior League members and friends. It is a great honor to introduce myself as the incoming Junior League of Toronto president. First of all, let's give a big round of applause for the ladies that we acknowledge tonight for their years of service and to our members who have gone above and beyond. Yay. Truthfully, never in a million years would I have thought that I would have had the privilege to be the president. I'm actually so excited that I'm nervous at the same time. When I first joined the Junior League, I did so because I wanted to get involved in the community. I was looking for ways to really connect with the community. How many of you knew that you would gain valuable leadership skills? What about connecting with inspirational, hardworking women? Surely I gained more than I thought I signed up for, and I have continued to develop as a leader while meeting amazing women and having a meaningful impact on our partner organizations. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. While the past year has brought challenges to all of our lives, some big, some small, I am left with a sense of optimism for what's to come. COVID-19 has been a shock and a test to us all. And the way the Junior League of Toronto has adapted and adjusted is a real reflection of our incredible leaders. It may have even encouraged us to pause to reflect on our life priorities and even our work within the Junior League. We may have even thought, oh, there's a lot going on. How do I take a step back? But we're here today and we continue to do the work. And before we look ahead, let's look back to our work this past year. As the outgoing PE, I am delighted to share with you just a little glimpse of the work that we accomplished during our first ever virtual tour. And we have a lot to celebrate and be proud of. We partnered with One Child to continue our work on human sex trafficking. We developed an innovative solution, allowing us to continue the partnership with CAMH. We gathered together, well, virtually, to create welcome cards for CAMH clients and a local shelter. We launched a membership model focused on the individual member, which ultimately helped us make better informed decisions. We hosted 6 training sessions in the areas of diversity, equity, and inclusion, emotional intelligence, navigating Zoom, since it was new for many of us, and effective communications. We even exceeded the annual campaign goal of $13,300. And you have all been an important part of this journey. I cannot wait to walk with each of you on the path that lies ahead. I would like to give a special recognition to the board for setting our strategic goals this past year and the management team. They did the heavy lifting with their teams to make our goals a reality. As Brene Brown in Dare to Lead said, the precious gift that you can give is time. I am so thankful to volunteer alongside a group of women that give their precious gift of time to the league. I hope it has brought you as much joy as it has to me to hear a sliver of the impact we are having on the league, our own leadership development, and ultimately the community. Despite all of our accomplishments, something that stood out for me this past year is how caring the women are in our league. This past year, I enjoyed many one-on-one phone and virtual conversations with so many of you, not only about the league, but also about our aspirations and personal lives. Colleen, encouraging me to take on the PE and president roles. Karen, Mel, and I discussing the importance of DEI work within the league and also in the education sector, which we're really passionate about. Jonna, teaching me the ins and outs of the league. As we all know, she's like the junior league encyclopedia. Karen Hansen and I discussing our leadership styles and how we will contribute to the board. Suzanne Lyle, as we greatly enjoyed discussing leadership theories and practice. Adrian chatting about league work, books to read, and even, she always reminds me, maintain life balance. And Terry Less, my thought partner, who has led and incredibly inspired us all. We can be here for hours if I continue to share the endless list of inspirational women in the Junior League and all the connections I have made, even in a virtual setting. So I'm incredibly thankful. Meaningful connections with others in the league and through our league work are instrumental in motivating us and keeping us engaged. As we launch yet another year to Junior League of Toronto, meaningful connections are at the heart of what we do and why many of us continue to be members. Our core purpose, as we all know, is to train us all to be civic and community leaders as a way to create a meaningful and lasting impact. I have been so impressed with how we persevered despite the COVID-19 challenges in order to continue to make those connections, not only with each other, but also with our community partners. We are transforming the leaders in us through purposeful training opportunities, dialogues that we engage in with our fellow leaguers, and our community work. So on June 1st, the big day, as we continue and as we take on leadership roles, I emphasize leadership roles. As we're all leaders, we all have a voice, we all play a critical role to ensure that the Junior League of Toronto is successful. And pretty much you're all automatically leaders by saying yes to the league. In order for us to be successful, we have to embrace teamwork and really empower each other. As a training organization, we might fail as we're learning and leading, but it is also part of the learning process. So let's make sure that we trust each other to lead and care about each other. That's what will help us to continue to promote a spirit of making connections. As the president, I walk together with you into our new year. Let's take some time to enjoy the summer, very important, as we re-energize for September and prepare for yet another successful year. We will return recharged and motivated to take on our ambitious goals. And be ready, I will be calling some of you to help out. I'm looking forward to meeting in person soon, very soon, hopefully. Take care of yourself, stay well, and have a wonderful, wonderful summer. And thank you so much for giving me this amazing opportunity to be the incoming president. Thank you. Now, any announcements? Thank you. Again, I can't thank you all enough. So the meeting is now adjourned. And I actually have a gavel. Have a good night.
Yay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Congrats, Jess.
I think Sharon Moxon just joined us.
Everyone. Bye, Terry.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good summer,
Everybody.
everybody.
Have a great summer.
Good luck, Jess. Take care, Terry.
For everyone.
Thanks all.
Thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
And 4
No
minutes.
one wants
there.
to know the score of the hockey game.
What?
Oh,
Not good. 3-1.
No.
But it's not over yet, right?
You got to get it out there now and cheer hard for 20 minutes.
hi, Kathy.
You can tell it's a Canadian meeting when at the end. You have to- there's both a canoe paddle and a hockey game.
It's pretty quiet downstairs.
Hi, Sharon.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Great meeting.
Great job. Maggie, thanks for all the ward work.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Tina.
Yes, you too, Jonah. I'm going to email you.
Okay, do, please.
Okay.
Okay, that'd be great.
Okay.
Sharon just joined us, so. Yeah.
Oh, did she?
Oh, Sharon.
Sharon, sorry we missed you earlier.
Sharon, you led my board retreat.
Oh, really? How cool.
She's muted.
You're muted, Sharon.
Sharon, you're muted.
We can stop recording too.
Still recording.
Unmute. Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sharon.